Crusty, Rusty, and Musty here. Yeah, it's almost done, and no, there's a lot of it I didn't video. I'm really backed up and I haven't had time to do a lot of video. But every so often, and I'm so sick of dealing with up aftermarket parts. Here's another one. I usually pick on V-twin. These are Eastern, okay? And the oil lines that came off of this thing, if you saw the earlier videos, they were just a sea of rust. These are the fittings that go in here. Watch this. Try to get my fat hand out of the way. With my fingers, I could screw this in just about until the hex bottoms on the crankcase. This thing is gonna leak. There's no way around it. These are pipe threads. These are tapered. They have to bind on the thread before the hex bottoms out. Otherwise, you're not gonna get a tight seal. So what do? You know what? Buy new shit. And you know, this should be another 2-minute job. And I know I've gone into rants about oil lines. It's simple parts, can't you people ever get it right? Now here is a, I think this is the one. Now I probably got it mixed up. This one I had laying around. And look at that. With my fingers, I could only get it in like 3 threads. This is going to bind on the threads long before the hex hits the crankcase. This one will seal up just fine. Why do you have to mix and match parts? You know, get an engine and measure and test fit this. Figure out what the specs should be and make them to spec. You got some running them through a die machine as fast as he can, and the machine is not adjusted correctly, and it ain't gonna work. Yeah, I gotta rely on the fact that I may happen to have suitable leftovers from some other project laying around. You know what? And I tried the top ones. The top ones are the same way, or the other fittings that I will put in the top are the same way. They bottom out on the hex before the threads get tight. So thank God I happen to have some old leftovers laying around. Anyway, I'm so pissed off, you know. I'm pretty busy in the shop here lately, and the idea that I gotta, you know, it should be 3 minutes putting these things on. Now I gotta dig through my leftover hoping that the leftover ones fit. Luckily they did. You know, this engine, this is that 74 crankcase that I picked up on eBay. This is a very virgin crankcase. If you've got a crankcase that has had these things in and out, you know, 3 dozen times, every time you tighten them up, it's going to make the hole just a little bit bigger. You know, you expect them to run into that bottoming problem. But these cases are, even though they're 74, are still very fresh. This should not be a issue.